Why? Because I'm not as big as I was when I was blasting steroids, taking performance enhancing drugs? Should I go back on them to appease what you want to see? To put on 10, 20 pounds more muscle like I used to have? All for what? Coach Greg, in today's video, I'm going to be answering all your questions, namely, why is it that you're so small? Coach Greg, you lost all your muscles. And so, no, it's not an April Fool's joke. We're past that, but I never really noticed. I didn't notice how I'd lost all my muscles until I read the comments. Now it's very obvious, very apparent that I've now downsized, lost all the muscles I worked so hard to do. And so, in case you're wondering, why did this all start? Well, I posted a physique update on Instagram, showing people how I look first thing in the morning. And so I'm going to read a few of the comments just so you get an idea. Maybe you should finally get your tummy tuck. Just a little spillover on the abs. Greg, your calves are small. Any suggestions for loose skin on the lower abs? Looking good for a beginner. Greg, why is your skin saggy? Bro promoting not so healthy body fat percentage skull face. And so essentially throwing my physique update at the age of 47, haven't taken performance enhancing drugs, aside from HRT doctors prescribed for almost 4 years. And people think I'm going to have as much muscle as I had back when I was competing in blasting steroids. And what I also notice is that oftentimes people write in my comment section saying, you're a liar, you're on growth hormone, you're on test trend, lying about your dosages. People do it all the time. Well, which is it, people? I can't be both excessively jacked and losing all my muscle both at the same time. And so here's the truth. I'm 188 pounds in comparison to about 192. And so I've lost about 4 pounds in the last several years. Also, I'm leaner than last time. Why? Because I'm racing bikes. I'm literally a competitive cyclist. And I'm not talking about that kind of cycling PDs. I'm talking about racing on a bike. I'm racing, not just doing zone 2 cardio, going harder than last time, really pushing it, doing HIIT cardio, training extremely hard to become the fastest cyclist I can be. Not to mention, I went from training 6, maybe 7 days a week to 3. And so while doing this, I'm showing you how I'm currently training, showing you what I'm doing and why. And what are the results of this? Well, I've lost about 4 pounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 4 pounds of muscle in multiple years of doing this. I'm a 5'6" manlet. I'm not very tall, and I weigh 188 pounds in the morning before eating anything dehydrated, with cross-rated glutes very lean. And so my fat-free mass index, it's about 28, and for the most part, people think if you're above 25, you can't be natural. And so think of it, I look skinny, I lost all my muscle, yet when I put it in a chart, it says extremely muscular. In case you're wondering, I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I have plenty of self-confidence, self-esteem. I think I look amazing. Probably better than 99.999% of the population. Think of it. I got a stringer in all my videos. I flex all the time. Do I really look like I feel like I don't look good? Here's my problem. There are thousands of people that are reading these comments. They're reading, Coach Greg is skinny. Coach Greg has no muscle. Coach Greg has loose, baggy skin. It's disgusting. Horrible. No one wants to see this physique. And so imagine how most people feel, because most people, sorry to break it to you, telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, most people will never look as good as I do, even with performance-enhancing drugs. Take as many as you want, probably not going to have this much muscle. I'm a professional bodybuilder, and I now race bikes. And so comment like, Coach Greg looking more like a bike racer than a bodybuilder? Really? How many bike racers got biceps? Zero, none of them do. For 5'6", if I were 150 pounds with the same body fat, I would be jacked. Huge. People say, look how big this bike rider is. 150 pounds of muscle at 5'6". That is enormous. Many riders 5'6", they're 120 pounds, 130. And so if you're 188, it's ginormous. And so for my height to weight, most people would assume I'm obese. And in fact, I am obese. If you type in my height and weight, get my BMI, I am clinically obese on that scale. And so how can I be both skinny and obese at the same time? And so the problem is social media and the way the algorithm works. What happens is only the 1% of the people are getting shown. It's like a pyramid. You have a large base at the bottom, which pyramids up. And the only thing getting shown is at the top of the triangle. You're not being shown anything down here. Nobody cares. Unless you stand out, you're in the top 1% of the top 1%, 0.01%, perhaps 1 in 10,000. That's the only people that are getting noticed. And so when you're on YouTube, Instagram, and so on, the people's physique that you admire, they are rare, special, phenomenal looking physiques. And so you look at that and you compare your own physique to theirs and think, I am not worthy. And so look at Coach Greg. That guy is small, clearly a dad bod. And so yeah, it's true, I have loose skin. Check it out. So you can see, it's very loose. And so if I'm flexing, I have a little bit of skin. Little bit. Notice? And so that loose skin, people are saying, oh, it's disgusting, it's ugly. And what could I do? I could easily Photoshop it out. I could stand and flex like this. I could cover my stomach so you can't see it. But why should I do that? And so I show the picture without editing, without fancy lighting, and I just say, this is how I look. This is how I look in the real world. This is me first thing in the morning. This is what I look like. I'm not pumped up. I haven't gone to the gym. I'm not working out. I'm just showing you how I look. And why do I do that? So that you can see how I actually look. And so I'm not cropping out my loose skin. I'm 47 years of age. At the age of 35, I noticed, hey, wait a minute, my skin not quite as tight as it once was. And every year it sags a little bit more. And imagine if I were self-conscious about that. Imagine if that affected me. With everything I've worked for in my entire life, to worry about an inch of loose skin on my lower stomach that you can see if I'm flexing while being shredded. Do you really think that matters? Think of all the people out there who've lost hundreds of pounds. Obese to Beast comes to mind. Remember he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show? He has inches of loose skin. He didn't get surgery. He's like, so what? How many moms now have loose skin because they gave birth to you? Because of you. Should they be ashamed of themselves? Ashamed of their loose skin? They gave birth to you. The loose skin you have represents that you've had a good life. You've done what you needed to do, or you perhaps worked hard, you lost that weight, you're getting older. And should that be seen as being bad? Should I be forced to cover up? To not show what I really look like? And to the person saying, no one wants to see your physique anymore. Why? Because I'm not as big as I was when I was blasting steroids, taking performance-enhancing drugs? Should I go back on them to appease what you want to see? To put on 10, 20 pounds more muscle like I used to have? All for what? To impress the boys? To say, wow, look at me. I'm taking 20 years off my life so that you can like my photo on Instagram. Does that make sense? And so remember this, I don't give a shit what you say about me. But when people read those comments, they're going to think, wow, I'm fat. I don't look good. I'm not worthy. I'm not taking my shirt off ever. Imagine what people will say. If they don't like Coach Greg's physique, what are they going to think of mine? Do you really think you need to be perfect to show a picture of yourself, to show yourself with your shirt off? And to the person saying you're promoting an unhealthy body image, I'm just showing you how I look. I race bikes. I eat low-calorie dense foods from my cookbook. I'm not starving myself. I eat more than most people, about 3,500 calories a day. Yesterday, I went to the gym, 30 minutes of cardio on the bike, zone 2. Wasn't that hard. Followed that up with about an hour and a half in the gym, and that was a great day. I loved it. And today, I'm racing bikes. Gonna love it even more. Gonna compete, go harder than last time. And for breakfast, I had mushroom risotto. It's gonna be in my newest cookbook, as well as peas and chicken breast. And to go along with that for dessert, I had strawberries, blueberries, and grapes to go along with my Greek yogurt dip. All while drinking 2 decaf coffees. And so I love my diet, I love my training, I love my life. I love my body. I'm proud of it. And so if I want to show it, I'm going to keep showing it. And if you have loose skin, I don't care if it's a foot long. If you're 50% body fat and you used to be 60% and you're proud, you've come a long way, then why can't you be proud of it? If you're doing your best, you're putting in the work, you should be proud of what you've accomplished. But if you're not, if you're slacking, you're eating junk all the time, you don't do cardio, you don't give a shit, you're not being proactive, then why would you be proud? You can do better. I'm not talking about your physique, I'm talking about you as a person. Are you the best version of yourself? Have you achieved everything you're going to in this world? Have you already peaked? Or can you continue to improve? I don't care if it's mentally, physically, spiritually, socially. Can you work on anything? Can you do better? And so many of you are thinking, I don't want to do that. It's hard. Racing the bike, that's hard. Training at the gyms, that's hard. Allie tells me all the time, how can you push yourself so hard on the bike? And my response, it's harder not to. It's harder not to. Think of it. What's actually harder? To train and put in your all in the gym. To do cardio faster than last time. To eat healthy. To work at your profession, to study in school, to grind it out, to research, make videos when you don't have to? Or is it harder to sit back, do nothing, be poor, not have any goals in life, not enjoy anything, not go to the gym, not have anything to look forward to, not to race bikes, not to work out, to eat crap all the time, become morbidly obese? What's actually harder? For me, it's way harder to sit back, do nothing, letting life pass me by. And so you can hate on me all you like, you can make fun of my physique, the fact I'm getting older. I'm doing extremely well, very happy with my life and my successes. And if you hate on me for trying to sell you supplements, my clothing line, my cookbooks, my training books, the coaching that I do, my number one selling supplement, GO2 Max, that I'm telling you, better than creatine, better than anything, was on the Joe Rogan podcast featuring Andrew Huberman, the main ingredient, NMN, shown to ward off age-related illnesses, to allow you to do more cardio, to have more energy, to feel better, burn off more calories, become a better butter burner. And not in mice and not the placebo effect, double-blind, placebo-controlled human studies. And so whether or not you're just a couch potato trying to get into exercise or an elite athlete like myself trying to win bike races on Zwift, just the other day, I got 11th place and 36th place 1 second behind me. You don't think this can help me race 1 second faster? The difference between 36th place and 11th. And so imagine you're doing triathlons, you're in the Olympics, you're fighting in the UFC, and not taking GO2 Max. Imagine not wanting that advantage. It's not a banned PD, it's not banned by WADA, has no known negative side effects. NMN is found in food, just don't have enough of it. Same as creatine. Found in food, but you supplement it because it works. NMN works far better. That's right, way better. NMN has been shown to slow the aging process, to improve your ability to perform cardio. Walking test scores improved 50%. That's in non-athletes. They're age 40 to 65. And so feel free, hate on me all you like. Keep writing the comments. Keep shitting on Coach Greg. I'm going to continue to do me. I'm going to continue to try being the best version of myself, to keep being the hardest worker in my room, which is just me. I'm all alone. I don't need to be the hardest worker in the room. I'm not comparing myself to anyone else. I'm comparing myself to myself. How was I 10 years ago? Last year? Last month? Yesterday? Can I be a better Coach Greg than I was yesterday? And if so, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep improving. Am I going to be perfect? Of course not. But what we can't do is just give up, not care, not give a shit. We can all do better. One small change one day leads to another the next, another the next, and so on. Before you know it, you're 50% better. Imagine just 1% better over a course of months and or years can make huge differences in your life. And so don't listen to the haters. Don't give a shit about what people are saying about you, and be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And let me know in the comment section, do I have a dad bod? Am I all washed up? Should I stop posting pictures? Or should I start blasting again to get my old physique back? Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. Don't forget to watch the bloops. Subscribe right now, like the video. Cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Circle Diet Book. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IB Pro. Code Greg, 10% off. And until next time, I am out.